So in this live, I will be painting the cracks in the, you see here, these pipes there, oops. So 1 and 2, I will be painting the cracks, in fact, just like I have started to do here in white, because it will be the base for the green. As you can see, the green on the base here. So it is the exact same principle. Let me check. I think I had these areas here. Ooh, I have washed my brush, but you see here, I still have some residue of paint. Or maybe it was soap. Yes. Okay. Good wash. Yeah, I really try to preserve my brush well. Brushes in general, but especially this one is my workhorse. So I have this like special soap, the Masters. Yes, from the Masters. It's a cleaner and preserver. But this white paint, so this is greenish white from AK, and it's well, any white paint would have big pigments that would stay on the brush. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin the work. So it's not a clean job that I have done here. Why? Because I'm on a black pipe that I'm going to retouch. I'm going to retouch the cleanup, I mean. And so it's easy enough because the pipe is black, so, and I haven't really done any work on the pipe. So if I do, of course, I want to do the cleanest as possible, that's for sure. But if it's not, it's okay. There is not much work to protect. I mean, that's what I mean under this. And because that's pretty time consuming, I favor speed here. Of course, if you can do clean and quick, that's the best, but here it's really tricky to do both. And again, these hard to access areas. Yes, okay, something like this. Here I have to be more careful because I'm on the edge. And if my base coat, because this white is the base coat for the glowing effect, is not uniform, it's alright. So it will reinforce the organic look of the glow with some variation in intensity. So that's why I'm not going for clean. Of course, it's the best. But it doesn't look like so, but it's quite a commitment. Oops. Yeah, it's good enough. Let's do a final one here. Yeah, something like this. This is easier, and now a tricky part here, just because it's harder to access. Something like this. So here the consistency of the paint is critical to be able to achieve this task. I'm not even saying achieve cleanly, but just do it. I need the flow, otherwise it won't flow into the recesses. Not too much, otherwise it loses the opacity. Oops. Yeah, so here you see I lacked some water in my brush, so now I come back in and we just wipe. That's a dirty job. It's okay. Just like I said, I will clean up. Okay. Okay. We'll load more paint and a bit more water on the brush. Let me check. Yes, I was here. That's fine enough, and then more water. You see that when I touch the recess here where there is a crack, if the paint doesn't flow in, then it means there is not enough water. So that's the signal. So this is a lot better. And it's very time consuming because these pipes, let's call them pipes, I believe they are bringing the ammunition, the warpstone ammunition to the Gatling cannons here. They are not well maintained, or I don't know how they do their piping, the Skavens, but in Skaven land, surely it's a pretty poor job. So I don't know if it reflects into the rules, but they should definitely have some rules, like the oaths. I remember they had some, well, they hit on 6s, if I'm correct, or maybe on 5, and they have 6s. It's like the daka or something like that. So, but here they should have some rules that it could explode in your face or something like this, because these pipes, it's a true hazard, a real hazard, especially like it fits the ammunition. I think could be more powerful, but with a drawback. But I don't know, it may be already the case. So I don't play Skaven. I just paint, in fact. So I just think it would be accurate. Okay. I've done the hardest, so that's great news about this. This is the hardest to get access to, and hopefully the rest will be just faster. Yes, if I could do a perfect job like this and no cleanup, that would be great. But it's not possible to do that everywhere. Here I barely don't see the crack, right? When I paint, it's a blind guess, like almost, right? Because depending on the angle I can get to access this area, then I don't necessarily see where I have to paint. So it's kind of just remembering when I see it, and then I move the model, and then I paint where I remember it should be. Most of the time it works. You see here, very loaded brush. I have no tip at all. It works. Like this, just touching and going to, I think it's doing a pretty clean job. And it is so weak because it's too diluted. It gets concentration, but this, the drawback to that, it looks great when I put it on, but I know that when it will dry, it will lose a lot of its vibrancy, and so that will require a second pass. That's why it's not my favorite option. Although now I'm loving it. It's very satisfying. So you have mixed approaches for everything. And sometimes I would favor this one, other times I would favor something else. Depends on the mood and everything. I thought I was finished with this kind of detailed work yesterday. I did all this carved stuff and everywhere. But I had forgotten about this. So just brace and do it. Yeah, you see here, after the first pass, nothing is left in the recess, so wow. When I see my brush like this, I just want to go and give it a good wash. clean it, because this is damaging the brush. Yes, okay, let's clean it. I cannot stand, but as long as it is still wet, it's easy to clean. Now I get a better shape. Yeah, so that is the unsexy truth behind miniature painting. Hours and hours and hours of unsatisfying, could you say that? Unsatisfying work. And the satisfying parts usually they come at the end. Definitely not instant gratification here. Okay. And okay, something like this. So I'm sacrificing the precision for speed of execution, because I will clean up later. Okay, getting there. Fine enough. I guess so. Okay, now to the second miniature. A little less of these pipes, so I'll try something. I've tried one time, tried once, but quite not didn't work as I wanted. But oops, I'll try again. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about putting some water in the recesses so the water flows better. So this is clean water, crappy brush, but no problem. I'm just putting it in the recesses. Okay, this is just a slight damping, I don't know, to make it damp. Then a bit of water on my own brush, well, here, which is a very loaded brush. Yes, that's better. Okay. I will do it again for the next part of the pipe. And this is just the base coat for glowing effect. Okay, something like this. Hey, Jonathan, Raphael, hello again, indeed. Were you there yesterday or the day before? Okay, it was yesterday. Do you paint yourself? I'm interested in that. Do you paint miniatures? Oh wow, Logan Grimdark, okay. Cool. It's a space wolf, right? Oh yeah, right. I see. Yes, like kind of the light one and the black. I mean the wolves. One would be black and the other with a glowing orange axe. Well, fire, of course. Orange for the fire. Okay, interesting choices. Did you start with the when there was this starter box that was Space Wolf against Orcs, and I remember they were like death copters in the starter box. I cannot remember. I think it was some time ago already. I think maybe it was definitely before the 8th edition, so maybe it was 7 or 6 edition. Oh, right. So here I'm doing again the base coat for the green glow, as will be on the base here. There will be glowing green warpstone and all of these cracks, and also the scars here and stitches glowing green, because to my understanding these Skaven people, so they are the Stormfiends, they are made of magic, kind of zombies reanimated with the power of warpstone, and so they're filled with that. That's what I understand. And so I'm favoring speed to precision, because this area is easy to clean, and it's easy to spend a lot of time on this while it is just the base coat. But again, the base coat is the most important, because the green on top of it will just be noticeable on the white parts, well, mostly. So if the base coat is easy, then the steps afterwards will be easy. Oh yes, Skaven Army. Yeah, I think with the new edition, and they have new models. That's a very good time to get into Skavens. They have redone models, and so that's, I don't know what it is. It's kind of a small rat piloting something. I don't know what he's doing, just chilling here. And in fact, the request is to downplay them, because I'm painting these for somebody, and so he asked me to, he doesn't like these guys, so in fact they will be just that black, and I will use the light of the pipes to light them, and so they will just be a pretext to have this cool OSL, but they will be just black and almost invisible under the OSL, and that's the objective. So I will hide them and add a cool OSL. But hi, Malevolent Creek Vet. Sorry, I hope I said that right. And thank you for your kind words. Yeah, that's the point of the live, really, because I'm painting anyways. And so just recently I thought that, hey, why not broadcast, and maybe some people would like to watch. And so I'm really glad to have you guys here. It's really a fun experience for me. It's very new. If you look at my channel, it's a new thing that I'm trying. I think it's great. It's cool. So here I have lost a bit of pace and momentum. So I tried to reload my brush. I will clean my brush just because it started to get very loaded with the paint, but the white paint is a brush killer. So just cleaning that and loading again. So starting from fresh water in the body, wiping a bit of it, getting some back, and then getting some fresh paint, and then hopefully this will help me finish this pipe here. The consistency of the paint is just critical. To have everything working for you and not against you. So sometimes, just like I did, I think it's worth cleaning the brush and starting anew with a new loaded brush. Even though, so you waste a little bit of paint because you clean it, and also a bit of time. Well, this is very dirty, but I will clean that up. I'm not excited about this part. In fact, I will be more excited about the cleaning up, if anything. So that's why here I sacrifice the precision for the speed of execution. This is really a piece of work. Just the basing of the thing. Whew. Yeah, a sigh of relief, because one is almost done, and then there's the second one, but it's bigger, and so when it's bigger it's easier. So here it's really terrible, I have to admit. The only satisfaction in doing this kind of job, well, in addition to the end result, is to know that you've had the discipline to do it. That's the thing here. Also, it's easy to miss one of the cracks because now it's all black and white and the eye isn't helped. I think that will be good enough for this one. Yeah, okay, let's call it good. Then the next one, because it's bigger, I will try again the technique to wet the pipes and the cracks, and so the paint gets in there more easily. So okay, just reloading the paint as well. Now I don't have much left. Well, as you can see by the amount of paint you have on the palette, although it seems that, well, that's the recent painting, so it's not everything, but it seems that the white parts, was it greenish white, are the least amount on the miniature, but as you see with the paint, it's the largest amount of work. So let me reload. I'm reloading. If you have played Left 4 Dead. Reloading. Hopla, here we go. Yeah, Left 4 Dead must be one of the games I've played, the second, the number 2, the most. Especially the first edition. Not much the second one. Well, still maybe 700 hours. What is left of it? Not much. So now I love painting more, just because I feel the urge to create. So that's a good thing about painting. What you do remains. It's not stone, but if you varnish your paint job, it lasts for a long time. Okay, I won't do too much here. I want to still keep the pretty wet. Just like that. Yes, this is very satisfying. It's because the cracks are wider, so it's working very well. Will still require cleanup. It's funny because the paint, you see here these three, the paint had escaped the recess, and so it was on the edges, but nothing in the recess. So that's a bit counterintuitive. That's the limit to the technique. That's why I'm doing this kind of alternative where I just go with a thicker paint, diluted. It doesn't flow as well, but it stays in the recess, and then I will do the cleanup. Wow, of course there was way too much paint here, but living by my word, I said I didn't care. So here we go, but I do care now. This is too much. Yeah, that's terrible. So I will just wash it slightly. Look at that, how dreadful. What is he doing? What is this man doing? The man doesn't know himself, so. And that's all right. See, at the end of the day, trust the process. And don't panic. It's just paint. Okay, oops. Okay, something like this. And then it's really hard to get access behind there. I will try, but as far as I can, no one will know what's behind there. So anyways, not even me. Okay, something like this. This is really butchering the job, but according to what I've tried, it's still the quickest. Mind you, I have no oil paints, not a white one at least. I'm just a bit too lazy to find a dilutant, like the white spirit or something. I paint with acrylics. Not enough water here. What you can see here is not getting in the recesses. Pretty opaque, so that's great, but it's not where I want it, so opaque where I don't want it is not the best deal. Okay, a bit more water into the mix. Oh, I really like water here, incredible. Let's see now. Yeah, it's better. That's perfect, in fact. Happens, I really had to get this perfect consistency all the time. So I like it as long as it stays on the brush. Very soon I will run out of it and try to redo it. Consistency is really key to achieve your vision on a miniature, because you need to have it working for you and not against you. And then, you know, when you're kind of out of, I think now, because I have used a lot, I have less water in my brush, and I have left the magic zone. Maybe not quite, but almost. But as long as it is still working, I will continue until it becomes obvious that there is something wrong. Oops, I made my brush full, like my other brush. Also, it's a good excuse to start again. Oof, yes, here we go. Okay, so I can rework on the consistency. Some water, not too much, and the paint also not too much, but a good amount. And wiping first on the tissue, then on the thumb, and I think this should be all right. Oh, if only I had the precision here. I would say not enough water in this mix, but it's all right. I like how it stays in the recess very well. If there is too much water, in fact, it will run out of the recess. Here consumes a lot of water off of the brush, but in between the stitches, I would rather do that like this and clean up later. Okay, the good news is it's almost done. Well, the base coat at least, and then there will be the cleaning. Okay. Okay. Here, oh yeah, I still have it some here. Like this. Wow, what a relief. Because the cleaning up will be easier than this step here. So I'm really happy. Opla, here. All right. Ooh, sigh of relief. So I will have first a dry brush, a black dry brush to do most of the cleaning, and then I will come back with a brush, and then I will see what I do, gray, a lighter gray dry brush or directly dark green, so I can start doing some kind of OSL here on these pipes. These two guys here, okay, so today that will be the job, these two pipes. And these two guys, sorry, let me take them with two hands. This one and this one, like this. if I can finish that today. Well, the base coat and the cleaning, I mean, because this is the afternoon session, second session of the day. I will see if I have the energy and the drive to do one more session, third session, maybe, let's see, maybe not. So I will take, let me pick my brush. The choice of the brush here, I have this one. And the second one is here. So they all have, these two have pros and cons. I think I will take this one because you see here I can get thinner. And so the hair is less, you see here, it's very soft. Here it's harder. But I think I need this one. So just like I said, or let me grab my black paint. It is here, over there. Oops, sorry. Here it is, okay? And now I expect it to be in some of the recesses, but I expect it to be minimal. So I have a lot of expectations, and that's my tissue to wipe the... In fact, I don't like this. Okay, let's have a look. That's my pink brush. And directly on the, just kind of stippling like this. No need to put it on the palette, or even worse on a tissue, and then wipe it, directly put it on there. That's enough. And then I will unload here, but always in the same area, so I get all the hair like this. And in fact, I don't want it super dry because I want to keep some good coverage, something like this. Now let's butcher the job I've just done here, and we will discover in a few seconds if it's a good idea or no. Ha ha ha, it is. I think it is. That's when you feel like it's a real win. It's like I won. Okay. Because just like that, even if I lose some, it's okay. Just like I said, it's a different intensity. I'm okay with that. But that's quick, and I still have the white here, very thin, so it's beautiful. That will be my win of the day, but I should not declare victory too early because it's not done yet. And I don't think it's a problem that it's not very clean, so it's all right. Because that will be sources of glow and everything, so. But if it does 80% of the job, that's cool enough. So maybe now I need to reload. But I think it's pretty neat. It looks very thin. Really, I just get in the recesses here. If you compare the right and the left, day and night. And trust the process is what I repeat all the time because, oh, that's pretty weak, but it's okay. If I need a few areas where I need, again, to reassert the glow, I come back in and put in some more Hoopla, here's how to get in there. But it's done. So that's the good news. So here, I think I cannot without touching this area here. So I will do it with the brush, like the good old technique here. Here's kind of the same. So I will try like this. I don't have enough paint on the brush now. Yeah, I don't want to damage this and these elements here. So I will do it with a brush. I think I will reload the paint on here. That was quite the highlight of the live. Exciting, very exciting. Okay, enough. And again, brushing, peanut. Oops. Peanut butter. And jelly. And I will try to redo this area here, darker. This I will leave it like this. Okay. Okay, so now let's get this one done. So that is some pretty smart. Wow, I love it. Whew, all this. Well, I think I've painted 2 hours to get to this, and so when I get to these results in minutes, that's really pleasing and satisfying. That's the reward. And even if it's not perfect or whatever, it's really lovely because it's very thin and very crisp. So here, let me see if I can get in there. Yeah, I can. Oh. Come on, do it for me. No, it's not quite working though. I will have more paint. Pretty risky. Why is it risky? Because loading the brush like this, when I have to kind of push it through some of the other elements of the miniature to be able to get to this area here. You see, I'm risking. Go for it. Okay, well, I keep it like this, and then I will do the rest with the brush. This is very difficult area. So I think I'm happy enough with this. This maybe I will try again, just being a bit greedy. It works. Okay, I will finish with the brush. It's pretty good. Like if you compare before and after. Like this. Wow. I think it would have been beneficial to have oil paint and just dilute and whoop. It may have been faster. Either way, I'm very happy with this uneven result here. Okay, let's go. Second one. That's very easy job because this is easy to get to. So you see, even if my brush is not loaded, I do many passes like this. and it's doing its magic, so that's beautiful. So you see dry brush, like said to be a beginner technique. Now it's doing my paint job. That is, wow. It's not beginner job here. I would not say it's great or whatever, but at least that definitely not beginner level. Great. And it's going so well. I think I will follow up with a dark green in some areas. Oh, before, yeah, I will clean up everything. No. I will do the dark green. If it goes south, then I would rather do the dark green before. And here, look at all this mess here. Why is it so dirty? Uneven, so that's perfect. That's very Skaven. Wow. Cool. Whew, sigh of relief. It's looking good. This and that. It looks almost electric now. Okay, reloading the brush. I'm reloading. Like this, up a little bit. And then I will spread it. I'm still happy about the results here. Whew, what a relief. Like, whew. Because it's been 2 hours of work just for that, just for the base coat of this pipe, so. So I'm not putting much pressure, but I have many passes like this. Come on, guys. I see you, 7 people watching, and I have only 3 likes for this gem of a technique. Come on, guys. Do it for me. I do it for you. You do it for me, guys. Give it a like. Subscribe. Oh, yeah. Okay, and the best news in that is that I haven't stained my other pieces of work, so that's really great. Let me try to get this done. Yeah, I may have to reload the brush. Whoa, lo, 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 lo. Way too much. Oh, lo, lo. Okay. I have to work so much. But just like I said earlier, the more paint I have, the more easy it is to make stains. And so, because here, okay, something like so. Here, this area, oof. Ugh. I don't want to make stains on the skin here. Oof. Right, so, ooh, yeah, it's good. Looking good from here. What about here? A bit more paint on the brush. Well, it's okay, it's working nice. Working in my favor, very good. So hence, now you could understand if you were there at the beginning of the live. I said, I don't care if it's dirty, I don't care. Because I had trust in this. Oh, so here I'm erasing some of that, but it's okay. I had trust in this technique. But we have to redo some areas, but that's not the... Yeah, here I lost some slightly, but also it's great. I think so, right? Oh yeah, here, oh my gosh. Okay, and here. Okay. Nice. Okay, pretty fair, and I think I will reinforce a few areas like these ones, and I think on the other ones it's a bit better. I don't really need to do that. Yeah, this one will stay like this, except some cleanups, but this one I just want to reinforce this and that. Then I will clean up with a brush and just black paint. But this has done 80% of the job for me, so it's pretty fair. So reinforcing some of this. Although of course these very, very, very light lines are also charming. What do you think? Should I redo it like I'm in some of the recesses, or should I let it be just like this? I think I will do it because I will have another pass of dry brush with a dark green. So very diluted. Okay. And because I still have a tiny amount left of white left in the recess, even though it's just a tiny amount of paint here, I think, and now I think it's enough. I have just a few lines to reassert, and the rest will be like this. Yes, it's good enough here, this one. And now I think that's really good enough. Like you see something here, but it's not stealing the show from this. It's not too bright or whatever. So it's really... Okay, so now I have lost some of the fluidity, so just more water. Oops. Okay, well, it will be just like this. And okay. I think it's just like that. Oops, sorry, here. Okay, I'm not rechecking the rest. I think, yeah. Yeah, here maybe. Okay. Yes, okay. Well, I will correct, and if I see any other area that have to end lights, then I will. Hello, Ebony Dragon. Comment ça va? Very good. Okay, so now I'm about to take some black and just clean up some areas that I didn't get with the dry brush. But you see these two, like 1, 2, 3 on these guys, and 4, 5. These 5 pipes, they look pretty neat now. They have a good base coat of white in the recesses. And it's good enough. Okay, so let's start with this guy. Loading some black on the palette. Sort of a matte black. And go over the areas where it's too messy or where I like definition, or I haven't. Oh yeah, this. Oh my god. And there here is a good way to start because it's the worst, I believe. I don't know if you guys see what I'm painting. I can barely see it myself. But that was exciting because the base coat, white base coat, was very, very difficult, to be honest, and long and messy. And then I had this black dry brush that cleaned a lot. Very satisfying. So if you've missed that, you will be able to find that in the replay of the live. So here is definitely the area where I won't try to have it perfect, because first it's very hard, second it's not going to get a lot of attention, but still I want that when you turn the model you see that it is painted. So now correcting with black also is pretty straightforward. It's not very demanding. Okay. Whoops, la. No. What was I thinking? It's forbidden to ruin the job I've done earlier because of a lazy brush stroke. Okay. Yeah, this here is a messy part. But this is really the reward after all the effort. Painting, for me, in my experience, has been like this. So that's why it's not about, oh, how many models left to paint or what. I think each model is an opportunity to have a satisfying experience. And it's like the roller coaster. You have highs and lows, but at the end of the day, you've had a good ride. And you get to keep the model you've painted, so, well, you know, whether you keep the model or pictures of the paint job, but it stays, I mean. I'm about to end the live just because I'm running out of time. And so I may come back later live to finish the cleaning of these pipes. And tomorrow, hopefully, I will do the airbrushing. But before the airbrushing, I want to make sure that everything is in check. Oops, sorry, you cannot see what I'm painting here. And so I want the airbrush part to be the last one. So it means doing all of these details first. Well, the airbrushing will not be the last part because the airbrush is just a step for the OSL, the first step. But then I rework the OSL with the brush. And well, to me that looks clean enough, even from here. Few parts I could enlighten again. So here I have a good amount of paint, a bit of water, and let's see how well it fills in the recesses. It's a tricky one to get, but oh yes, very good. Nice. Whoops. Okay, it's okay. It's good enough because this area is easier to clean up when it comes to the edge. So I will end the live here, guys. I will continue this job of cleaning these pipes and these two guys. You see the black pipes here, kind of zebra pipes with white as well. Finish the cleanup maybe tonight, likely tonight, because tomorrow I wanted to start with the airbrush in the first painting session, so I have the full day of airbrushing, so I can take my time. Okay, now just correcting this cleaning up. Okay, a bit more water. That's too much. It's going to flow in the recesses, and I don't want that. Okay. Yes. It's pretty good. Something like this. Okay. Well, thank you guys for standing by or sticking with me during this live. Hope you had good times. Thank you for watching, and see you next time, guys.